2025 is near its end and 2026 is set to bring you lots of cricketing action which all the cricket fans would not want to miss. I'm Kashish Dhawan bringing you all the latest updates from the world of cricket with blockbuster leagues, thrilling World Cups and high-stake clashes in IPL and WPL lined up. It's set to be a year no cricket fan would want to miss. It is jam-packed with these big tournaments lined up one after another. And after 2023 ODI World Cup, India is set to return as the host for the T20 World Cup. They are going to be hosting along with Sri Lanka. And the arch rivals, India and Pakistan, are set to clash. It is going to be a very amazing match. All eyes are going to be on that match. Of course, the match is not going to be held in India. And it is going to be there in Colombo. It's going to be there in Colombo on February 15th. All eyes will be on the match. But the big thing, the big question again would be, will India and Pakistan keep clashing again and again? Moving on to the next big highlight from 2026, that's going to be Rocco's return in India versus New Zealand ODI series. That's going to begin from January 11th. And now I'll be circling back to the big tournaments that are going to be held in 2026, from which you will not be able to take off your attention. And the list begins from the Women's Premier League, where we'll be seeing 22 T20I matches held from January 9 to February 5, 2026. And the tournament is going to be held at two venues, Dr. D.Y. Patil Stadium in Navi Mumbai and BCA Stadium in Vadodara. The opener match is going to be held. It's going to be a very high stakes match. It's going to be an amazing clash because it's going to be between the reigning champions, Mumbai Indians, and I believe it's everybody's favorite, RCB. The name says itself. Of course, they've recently won the IPL for 2025, and previously also they have won the WPL. This is going to be a high stake match, and in this WPL there are going to be two phases held in two different cities. The first phase, the matches are going to be held in Mumbai. Like I mentioned, they are going to be in the D.Y. Patil Stadium from 9th to 17th of January. We'll be covering all those matches for you and bring you all that high-end action that is going to be happening over there. And not to miss, there is a very big update coming in from the WPL, and it is Jemimah Rodriguez being made the captain of Delhi Capital. Of course, she was going to be made the captain. She has proved herself in the Women's World Cup, and she has been selected as the captain. She is going to lead the team. And then there's going to be the second phase of the WPL, which is going to be held in Vadodara. There will be additional 11 matches over there, and the final is also going to be there in Vadodara itself. Moving on to the next high stake, very interesting event that all the eyes are going to be on is men's T20 World Cup, which is going to feature 55 T20I matches, very interesting high stakes matches, and are going to be held from February 7 to March 8, 2025. And these, of course, like I mentioned, there is going to be one match that people won't be, not just people, no one will be able to take their eyes off, and the match will be between India and Pakistan. The match, like I mentioned, is going to be on February 15th, and I don't feel like that I just should remind everyone, it's the very next day to the Valentine's Day, and I think it's often called as the kick day. So I believe Indian team is going to kick them out of this tournament. Honestly, all the Indian fans would want that, to see that high-end action coming in from the Indian team. And let me tell you, so India is going to open their campaign against USA, And so the first match of the men's T20 World Cup is going to be held between Pakistan and Netherlands in Group A, followed by West Indies and Bangladesh. Then, of course, India versus USA. The match is going to be held on February 7th. And then all of the matches like these are going to be happening. All eyes are going to be on this World Cup because India is hosting it. And we would definitely want to keep it home. We would want to dominate it. And our squad has been recently announced. Everyone was really happy. But of course, there were questions about Shubman Gill's exclusion from the team. But Ishan Kishan being included in the squad really brings a balance to the team. And there are other names like Rinku Singh, he is also being included to the squad. So there are going to be a lot of players in this team that are a lot of players in this team on which the eyes will be. Of course, Ishan Kishan making his return to the Indian team. All eyes are going to be on him. And the captain himself, Surya Kumar Yadav. We haven't seen much of a performance coming out of his bat when it comes to T20. He is the captain. He has to take charge of it. But see, somehow it is affecting his performance at this point. And honestly, I think he's going through something called something that I would want to say. It's like a phase that Virat Kohli also went through, where he was also struggling with his captaincy and the batting at the same time. But we have seen Surya Kumar's performance over the years, and he is one such player who will be able to come out of it and perform exceptionally in this World Cup. Moving on to the next big event is IPL 2026. There were big names that were floating across, that were moved. Sanju Samson going to CSK and Ravindra Jadeja, Sam Curran moving to Rajasthan Royals. And another big thing that happened was Cameron Green being bought for such a huge, humongous price. But eventually, BCCI kept a cap on the international players, limiting his salary to a certain amount. And see, these are the big highlights of the tournament. Matisha Patirana being sold for 18 plus crores, and Cameron Green being the highest sell of IPL 2026, and uncapped players like Kartik Sharma, Akib Dar being sold for such a good price and making it in the IPL teams and joining big names like CSK. So it definitely looks like teams have spent the money in their purses very wisely, and all eyes are going to be on the players that have been selected, that have been purchased for such a huge amount. So for talking about Cameron Green was initially with KKR itself, and and then he was purchased by RCB, and now RCB released the player, and he is again being purchased by KKR itself. Matisha Patirana is also another big buy for KKR. These are some few names who are among the biggest buys for IPL 2026. But of course, so I'll also list the squad for you for all the teams. It's going RCB. It's going to be Virat Kohli, Josh Hazelwood, Phil Salt, Jitesh Rana, Rajat Patidar, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Venkatesh Iyer. So Venkatesh Iyer is one player that they purchased in this IPL for 7 crores. His IPL value actually saw some major dip, which of course was supposed to happen because we didn't see much of a performance coming from his bat in IPL 2025. But after that, there is Rasik Salam, there is Krunal Pandya. Of course, we have an all-rounder like Krunal Pandya. He can be set at any place when it comes to RCB. And all eyes are going to be on RCB because they are the reigning champions. RCB itself would want to win this tournament again and claim the trophy. Moving on to the next team, it is going to be Kolkata Knight Riders. Like I mentioned, Cameron Green is the biggest by 25.2 crores. Again, his price was reduced to 18 crores because of the cap. Then there was Matisha Patirana. He's been purchased for 18 crores. Rinku Singh 13 crores. Sunil Narayan and Varun Chakravarti, Mustafizur Rahman, Harshit Rana is of course there. Ramandeep Singh, Tejasvi Singh, Ankrish Raghuvanshi, Rachin Ravindra. These are players that have joined the KKR squad. Moving on to the Punjab Kings, there is of course our captain, and he was among the the highest sold players in IPL 2024 auctions for 26.75 crores. Then followed by Shreyas Iyer, we have Yuzvendra Chahal, Arshdeep Singh, Marcus Stoinis, Marco Jansen, Shashank Singh, Ben Dwarfus, Nehal Vadera, Prab Simran Singh, Priyank Arya, Mitchell Owen. And with this, let me take you to CSK, which has purchased two uncapped players for an amount of 14.2 crores. And these two uncapped players are Prashant Veer and Kartik Sharma. So they were both sold for an amount of 14.2 crores. And then we have, of course, we have Ruturaj Gaikwad, and like I mentioned, Sanju Samson has joined the squad. So of course, they might be eyeing to make Sanju Samson as the captain, because see, with CSK, the problem has always been captaincy. They have always looked upon the Dhoni for suggestions and everything, and ultimately Dhoni has to take care of everything. And with Sanju Samson's experience, and with captaincy, and of course with bat, I personally believe he's going to be a good fit over there. And then there is so talking about CSK, there is going to be Shivam Dubey, Noor Ahmed, Rahul Chahar, Khalil Ahmed, MS Dhoni is of course there, and then Anshul Kamboj, David Brewis, and Gurjanpreet Singh, along with a few other names. Moving on to Delhi Capitals. Delhi Capitals, we have our captain, all-rounder Akshar Patel, followed by KL Rahul, Kuldeep Singh, Mitch Stark. Amazing Mitch Stark. When he is playing on field, you can't take your eyes off him, because you don't know what kind of spin he is going, what kind of ball he is going to throw, and amaze all of you. And then there is T. Natarajan, Tristan Stubbs, Akib Nabi. And Mukesh Kumar, Nitish Rana, Patnam Nisanka, Abhishek Porel. These are few names for the Delhi Capitals. And then moving on to the Rajasthan Royals. Rajasthan Royals actually did a big trade. They swapped Sam Curran, and they swapped Sanju Samson for Sam Curran and Ravindra Jadeja. So Ravindra Jadeja is a player who won his first IPL trophy with this very team, and he was purchased again because he was popped. His initial price was dropped, and he was purchased by Rajasthan Royals for an amount of 14 crores. And in this team, we have Yashasvi Jaiswal, Dhruv Jurel, Riyan Parag, Jofra Archer, Shimron Hetmeyer, Ravi Bishnoi, Tushar Deshpande, Sandeep Sharma, Sam Curran, Nandre Burger, along with other players. Moving on to Mumbai Indians. This is one such team that has been popular, that has been known for its amazing scouting talent and training, and the efforts that they put with their team, and the efforts that they put when it comes to improving, of course, the health and the playing, improving the playing of the players as well. So it is going to be Jasprit Bumrah, Hardik Pandya, Surya Kumar Yadav, Rohit Sharma, Trent Bolt, Deepak Chahar, Tilak Verma, Will Jacks, Naman Dheer, Sherfan Rutherford, Michael Sattner, Shardul Thakur, along with other players. So moving on to the most dangerous team in IPL, Sunrisers Hyderabad. It is going, so they have their squad with Henry Klassen, Pat Cummins, Travis Head, Abhishek Sharma, Liam Livingstone, Ishan Kishan, Harshal Patel, Nitish Kumar Reddy, Jack Edwards, Salil Arora, Ishan Malinga. And going forward to Lucknow Super Giants, Rishabh Pant is there as the captain. He was the biggest sell. He is till date the biggest sell in IPL. He was sold for a whooping price of 27 crores. Rishabh Pant, followed by Nicholas Pooran, Mayank Yadav, Mohammad Shami, Avesh Khan, Josh English, Abdul Samad, Ayush Badoni, Mohsin Khan, Michelle Marsh, Mukul Chaudhary, along with other players. Moving on to our last team in IPL, it is going to be Gujarat Titans. Gujarat Titans is one such team that has made an impact in IPL because they came a little late in IPL. They have made an impact, but their performance, we didn't see much of a performance coming from the team itself in the last season, in the 2025 season. Hoping we'll see some new faces, some improved balance in the team. So there is with Gujarat Titans, we have Rashid Khan, Shubman Gill, Joss Butler, Mohammad Siraj, Kagiso Rabada, Prasidh Krishna, Sai Sudarshan, Jason Holder, Shah Rukh Khan, Rahul Tewatia, and Washington Sundar, among other players. And now let me take you to our last big event that is going to be happening in the first half of 2026. And all our eyes are, of course, going to be on that event as well, because our women's team just lifted the trophy. So it is the ICC Women's T20 World Cup, where 33 T20I matches are going to be held across England from June 12th to July 5. And the squad is yet to be announced for the Indian team, but like I said, all eyes are going to be on them. The first match is going to be held between England and Sri Lanka on June 12th. Talking about India's campaign in this World Cup, T20I World Cup, it is going to be between, let me tell you here, it is again going to be one big match because India is going to start their campaign against Pakistan. It is another India versus Pakistan big clash. All eyes are going to be on it, and the match is going to be held in Birmingham at Edgbaston, and it is going to be at 7 p.m. See, like I said, the squad is yet to be announced, but the performance we have seen from our Indian women in this World Cup, I think they're going to be having a very set, very balanced team ready for this World Cup. And for all the latest updates, for all the news coming in from the cricketing world, we are going to be following everything from the WPL to IPL to Men's World Cup to Women's World Cup, all of this only on NewsX.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.